there was this moment that I just thought, oh, that's like the poster child for why you have to get out in the real world. Our car was coming around this corner in a suburban area, quiet street, and it slowed to a stop by itself. And there was a woman in a wheelchair in the middle of the street with a broom trying to shoo a duck out of the middle of the street. And the duck was kind of waddling around, and she was trying to like spank it out of the road. And eventually she got it out of the road, and then she got off the street, and the car kept going. And I thought, wow, that is never going to be a unit test in like self-driving car land. If you were like starting on a whiteboard and just going to write down, well, it's got to deal with like the woman and the duck problem. But that's the real world, is all of those things. That's why we get out in the world fast. Weirdly, our cars are now driving so well that we have to actually manufacture a hard time for them, because we have to wait for days, sometimes weeks, for anything remotely weird to happen. So we have people like hiding in a bag in the middle of the road and they like jump out and like, scream boo at the car just to see if we can freak the car out. And one of the big things was a couple of years ago, we had our cars working so well. This was 4 years ago now. Having our cars working so well, we gave them to Googlers who didn't work at X and said, take them home, use them for your commute. But we have cameras on the inside of the car, we're watching you. You gotta keep your hands right by the wheel. You understand it? Oh yeah, totally, Astro. I'm like. Thankfully, the cars were perfect, because the humans were not. And I'm being diplomatic when I say the humans were not perfect. They didn't keep their hands anywhere close to the wheel. And so we saw this, and pretty quickly we ended the experiment. We said, I guess humans are a totally unacceptable backup for cars. And we started down a path, which people thought was a little nutty at the time, but I'm feeling better and better about, where we built a car that didn't have a steering wheel in it, to teach our engineers that the car is going all the way from point A to point B at the push of a button with no intervention from the human, no possibility of intervention from the human, because that forces us to think that it's got to be safe the whole way, instead of thinking that some backup that isn't actually going to be a safe backup is going to save the day when things get weird.